Israel, almost immediately after the vote, decided to cancel the trip by two senior government advisors to go to Washington to discuss what should be done next in Rafah. Obviously, the Americans have been putting pressure on Israel not to launch a ground offensive. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, saying that he would certainly do so, but those discussions were meant to have gone ahead to see whether some sort of compromise position could be found. The Israelis, in response to that resolution and the fact the United States abstained in the vote, decided not to send those two senior government ministers. Consternation in Washington, although it has to be said that Yoav Gallant, the defense minister of Israel, is in Washington at the moment and should be starting talks any moment now with Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of State for Defense in the US. So that will be going on. But I imagine the United States will be saying to Gallant, what on earth is going on? I mean, why did you decide to cancel that visit? Because it's such an important one. And at the same time as that, as you mentioned in your introduction, the Israelis are reducing the scale of their delegation in Qatar, where the negotiations have been going on a possible deal. And in the meantime, Hamas seems to be toughening its own stance, according to the Israelis, because of that resolution. The Israelis claim that Hamas has been emboldened now to back away from the idea of an immediate ceasefire with hostage releases and exchange of prisoners, and is putting forward its most, its original and very tough terms, which are a comprehensive ceasefire, which presumably means a permanent ceasefire, the complete withdrawal of Israeli troops from Gaza, the return of displaced people in Gaza to their homes in the north and elsewhere, and a full exchange of what Hamas calls prisoners, in other words, the hostages for Palestinians held in Israeli jails. As far as the Israelis are concerned, that is just a non-starter. As you mentioned in your introduction, Prime Minister Netanyahu called those demands absolutely delusional and wouldn't even be considered.